All right, Ape family. This is the Common Sense Investor coming at you with one more video. This morning I want to talk about the AMC shares and the synthetic shares and the legally shorted shares and how you can be sure whether you own a real share or a synthetic share, because that's been predominant down in the comments. So I'm going to explain this to you, how this is going to work. There's two types of squeezes going on here. You have a short squeeze where the shorts have to cover 97 million legally shorted shares, which means they borrowed the shares from somebody, they sold them short onto the market, and they have to eventually buy them shares back. So there's 416 million AMC shares inside of the buying pool for AMC. Now, in a perfect world, these don't exist. So let's just forget about them for just a minute, because we're talking about the squeeze. The synthetics is the mother of all short squeezes. This is the squeeze. This is where they have to buy back 97 million legally shorted shares. When they do, it's going to cause the price to go up. As the price goes up, people will continue to sell. I know, day traders and everybody else, it's none of my business. I don't give a fuck what anybody else does. But there will be somebody to sell them the 97 million shares. Okay, that's in this pool of 416 million. Maybe it's another institution. I don't know. They will sell them their shares, and as the price goes up, they're paying $70 a share and $80 a share from this right here. This has nothing to do with that yet. At some point, when they cover, this will reach zero. All right, that will reach zero. This will reach 513. And guess what? Guess who owns the 513? Retail investors. So, even though there's 513 million shares, they're outside the box now. All right, because retail don't sell, we hold. That's our mission. And when we hold a share, it takes it out of the pool. All right, then you've got the synthetics. Once this number starts going down and the price starts rising, and this number reaches 513 million, that means every share has been covered. I don't give a damn if his name is Willard and he lives in Kansas. There's going to come a point when all 513 million shares are accounted for, and who owns the float? The apes do. Retail does. And they're outside the box. They're not for sale. Unless you want to give me $1,000 a share. Unless you want to give me $10,000 a share. But what happens is this goes to zero. This goes to 513 million. And somebody hits the sell button. When they hit the sell button and there's no shares to be had, the broker is going to have to come over here and say, look, man, I need 10 of them shares. Give me $800 for it. Deal. And then he goes and he gives these people their 5 shares or 8 shares, and they sell it to whoever was wanting to buy it. But this is the beginning of the mother of all short squeezes. Once these shares have been returned to here and they're outside the box now, because retail holds and you got institutions holding and you got a few insiders that are selling out, but some are holding. At some point, Susie in Alaska is going to hit sell because the price got to $108. When she does, and there's no share there, the broker has to come to us, and they have to keep doing it until these 5 billion synthetic shares are finally brought back. I hope that makes you have a little understanding and a little confidence that Everything's okay. There's no reason to panic. What we are waiting on, you're in the pool, I'm in the pool. There's 416 million shares and there's 5 billion synthetics. What we're waiting on is for them to cover the 97 million, causing the price to go up. Once the price goes up and somebody hits the sell button and there's the broker has no share, then the synthetics will be exposed. And DOJ steps in and everything gets started. So it makes no difference which one of these you are currently. What matters is you hold your shares so that when these get returned and there's 513 million and we're sitting on the sidelines, we're waiting on Joe in Kalamazoo to hit sell and there not be a share there for him to sell. And the broker has to come here. That's the beginning of the mother of all short squeezes. And as the price goes up and it gets to 1,000, more people are going to hit the sell button. When they hit the sell button, there's no shares there. They have to come here and they have to say, I'll give you $3,000 a share. And somebody will say, okay. And this number will lower until eventually it reaches zero. Once it reaches zero, all shares are back into the pool again, and there's only 513 million. But that's how it's going to be exposed, okay? These are going to return their shares. It's going to be 513 million. We're not selling. Somebody's going to hit the sell button. There's not a share there to give them. They're going to have to come to us. When they come to us, we set the price on what it is. That's the mother of all short squeezes. We need the damn squeeze to start. We need them to start covering these 97 million so the price goes up. Once the price starts going up and people start hitting that sell button, eventually you get to a point where there's not a share there. They have to come to the pool that's outside, which is us. That's how it works. So just know, if you own a share of AMC, you are inside this red circle and you have 416 million shares. If you are retail that holds, well, then you have one of these. You're not going to be hitting your sell button like the people that wondering, give me my share. We're going to be selling at that time. So don't panic, too. Let me say this. Don't panic when they take the fucking buy button either. Because we're not interested in buying any more shares. We own the float. You have to come to us to give these people their shares. And that's how it all works.